I'm going to attempt to show you the front of the gallery today, beginning with the latest eco dyeing, which I've just unwrapped. This is a vintage tablecloth which I'm going to make into a vest, which I posted about yesterday, and you can see, even though it's damp, you can still see that the blackberry leaves especially have printed well, and it's going to make a great vest, I think. Probably quite a long drapey one, so I don't cut up the material too much. This one is peach, well, was peach viscose, and that's taken on the green quite well. Both the tablecloth and this top were done in native cherry, and it's the second time I've used this solution, and I added some bicarb soda as well to help bring out the colour a bit more. So the iron spring that I've wrapped it around has made it quite purple at the bottom. This of course will all be more subtle when it dries. This is a piece of beige cotton fabric that's been transformed. This one and the top I dipped in a milk solution first so that it would take the dyes better, because cotton is a bit harder to get to print than silk or wool. So added some protein to the fabric to make it print better, and I'm really happy with this piece of fabric. Another piece of fabric which was white has printed in a more muted colour. This was also pre-modeled with a milk solution. You can see some leaves are printed clearly and some not so clearly. Now we're going to walk past the front of the gallery. I'll just show you the plants as we go past, and the window display. We're just coming to the end of winter, so it's nice to see a little bit of colour from the little bluebell, little grape hyacinths I should say. Rosebush is putting out new leaves, and in the window I have some items that I dyed with waterbark, and of course my reflection. These were also done with native cherry, so you get from an olivey green right through to quite a bright green. With this top I used rusty bottle caps as a feature on the bodice, and they've printed really well, and the iron spring that I wrapped it around has made it nice and dark at the bottom. And I've teamed it with a Spencer dress, which is also eco-dyed, and a silk scarf, which is vintage. And if I go a bit closer, you can see the nail prints on the scarf. My opening hours, the red doors, a vintage barrel with some things I've made out of old jumpers and bits of lace and fabric and so on. A cardigan and a strapless dress. The dress is cotton, the cardigan is also cotton. And this mannequin is wearing a top which was grey to start with, and I added some crochet medallions and leaves to it. And there's also, and they're made of silk and cotton, and there's also a silk brooch and a paper cotton necklace, all of which I've crocheted. The cami top was done with native cherry, so it's almost a gold green, that's a nylon top. And then the skirt I think I did in Tasmanian blackwood, which is also nylon, and it only took the dye in muted colours. Now we go past the studio window, and there I have some indigo dyeing by a friend of mine, Bev Hornibrook. There's the sign and some bright sunshine, and just continuing across the window display of the studio with reflections. The necklaces are made by a local as well, called Rosemary Harper, out of gemstones. And just to show you the rest of the indigo items. And that's my morning.